you got going on here then, lads? Hey, bro, you're making the cats really ill, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. What's going on, everyone? Today we are here with this Mercedes Benz Sprinter over here, and it's not going to be a small job. We pretty much have to do two jobs. It's Mercedes Benz Sprinter here, and then we've got the X-Class right over there as well. With the X-Class we're going to do an 8F change, but that's for another video. The most important one today is going to be this one. With this one we are going to be replacing the engine at the customer's premise. As you can see, the brand new second-hand engine is over there because it's doing this. So that is the reason why we are going to be replacing this engine. There's 3 men, but the question is it possible to actually do such a massive job? Like, if you come and have a look here, this engine is pretty much my size when I'm like sitting down, probably bigger than me. And we've come across with an issue already. This one here is an automatic transmission, and this vehicle is manual. Now, you'll probably know this, there is going to be a little bit of difference with the LUBE. So we're gonna have to tackle that. I'm gonna get my brother to do it because he's the van man. But also, just to let you guys know, this vehicle, it actually went into another shop and they stated that they thought that it was the injectors and that's why it was chopping away. They replaced it, it wasn't that. They had the rocker cover replaced as well at the same time, obviously, just preventative maintenance because it started leaking. But it turned out it's not the injectors, it's the engine. See, that's why it's good to test it. Yeah, anyway, it does need an engine, so let's just get started, shall we? Let's go. Right, perfect. So the front bit is pretty much ready to come off now. I don't know what John's taking off. I think it's a boost pipe, but obviously the mechanic is back. Look at me. Mechanic. Look at him. Look at his trademark. Mechanic. Look at his trademark. I'm strangling, guys. I don't know how to. You're strangling or struggling? Strangling. What are you strangling? I don't know how to remove this. Mechanic. Obviously, this is man's first time still. Oh yeah, go on. I've removed the clip. Where's the launch power loop? Let's see if that would help. People can look. That's a pipe. Oh yeah. Oh hell, man. The hell? Right, people. I am really struggling to remove this coolant pipe right here. So on the old engine, it's this one. I mean new engine. So it's this pipe right here. It's very, very difficult to remove. It seems like it welded itself in there. So anyone got advice for when this happens again? I know what to do next. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the front end off completely just so that we can force it in a way to remove this. Another different clutch to remove pipe. The new one comes with it anyway, so flag it. Let's see. Look, it's seized in there, bro. Do it this side, John. Seized in there, bro. Get the long flathead, bro. Even after hammering, lubing and tugging on the coolant pipe, we were still struggling, as you can see here. But it eventually came out. Hey, bro, you're making the cats really ill, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. Cats will get very ill. Alright? Yeah. Spillage. Oh, it's unavoidable, really, isn't it? Can't help it. So it's private property. We'll clean that after. We'll borrow his jet wash. Innit? He's got water out there. He's gonna water outlet. What do you think? Unfortunately, the struggle did not end there. This pipe that we're working on is the AdBlue fill pipe. This one did not play the ball either. What's happened there? Are we just noobs? That is the toughest clip thing that's ever existed. After all that, we also noticed that the ECU connector is also stuck in place. At this point, I feel like everything is against us. Hey, you having a bad time?
No, never a bad time. Mate.
Never a bad time. No. Regardless, we managed to pull through. We're finally getting there. Okay, now the front end is off. You can see the whole engine now. I'm probably gonna work myself underneath to remove the gearbox mounts, the props and all sorts. So
Props? No.
yeah, the
Just
prop.
the gearbox bell housing, that's it. Pull it out.
Oh, we're not gonna take the whole thing out?
Gearbox bell housing.
Yeah.
The gearbox bell housing bolt.
Yeah.
Slave cylinder.
Yeah.
Gear linkage.
Yeah. DPF.
Yeah. There should be a joint.
Yeah, a clamp. Yeah. There you go, mechanic. Mechanic. What mechanic says is mechanic what we do. So let's get to it, mate. Let's go. Right, as the mechanic said, we're gonna be removing the prop from here. And also, I've noticed something. You can see it here. Mr. O'Reilly is not gonna be happy about this. Look at all that. It's leaking. So we're gonna advise him as well to replace that whilst we're here. We might as well. Gear linkage gotta come off. Everything's gotta come off pretty much. And then the DPF, it's likely that I'm gonna remove it from this point here, this part, so that we can pull the engine out along with the DPF.
What you can see here is me working on the exhaust. It was a little bit seized, so it needed some heat. Unfortunately, the mechanic's plan did not go well. Yet again, another setback, more time lost on this job. I'm starting to see a pattern here.
Right, okay, a little bit of change of plans. We are struggling to separate the gearbox from the engine. We wanted to leave the gearbox in situ and then just pull the engine out, but the usual dowel on the gearbox is stuck with the engine and we're really struggling to take it out. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take the whole thing out, including the gearbox. That is, it only takes about 15-20 minutes to separate it from the body anyway. So yeah, we're gonna do this. That is getting hot, issues after issues, but I reckon it will be easier to put it in that way anyway. Ah, man. Big job? Is it? Yeah. Some people are probably going to be like, oh yeah, I would have done it that way and this way and that way. It would have been easier. Whoa. Alright, this is our first time and we're doing it on the side of the road, so please bear with us. I still love you guys, but yeah. Iron done underneath now. Usually when you're removing the clutch on these things, you want to remove the cross membrane, and then what's going to happen is it's going to cross member, right? It's gonna tilt. The gearbox is gonna tilt down like this, and then you'll be able to see all of the bolts around the gearbox. But yeah, now all we have to do is to remove the diesel line from the engine, and then we should be able to pull it out. Should is the word. So let's get started. Again.
Must be nice.
It's that thing that you need to remove. We need to that.
The OG.
That needs to be removed, and this should pull out now. Right. It should pull out now, right?
Yeah, he's taking off the
Mechanic.
mounts
Mechanic. All right, let's see. He's taking off the mounts
without a crane.
without a crane.
Mechanic.
Ground.
So show me the contraption that you made. Show me the You look sus. Show me that. Oh yeah. Hold on. Show me that. Is that a bung? Yeah.
The rubber bung,
this.
mate.
This is mechanic at work again. Rubber bung. Where?
Yeah, you put that through the diesel pipe,
Yeah.
fuel pipe, and stops it from leaking.
Ah, mechanic.
After all the struggles, we are finally at the point where we can get the engine and gearbox out. The first thing that we have to do is to secure the engine onto the engine crane. Once secured, we can separate the engine from the chassis. After that, we can finally pull the engine and gearbox out.
So we're having a little break at the moment. It is getting kind of hot, to be honest, but it's longer than we thought, really. It's just a struggle. It's the gearbox that gave us a hard time, innit? But hey yo, it's out now. But we're waiting for our pizza to come, and then we'll go again. Should hopefully, fingers are crossed, shouldn't take long to put back in. Right? Yeah. Break time. Here it is. I'm gonna dive in before the boys because they're taking ages. I've called them and they don't want to come now. They're just chilling. I'm just haha. And then Right. Alright, boys! Come on! Jay! Bro! Come on! What are they doing? Alright, what's the problem then? Cannot do it.
We can have all three of us.
Well, all three of us, the engine, yeah?
Yeah.
This guy. Are you serious?
Look at these, mate.
Do it. How are we gonna do that? Are you sure?
Yeah, look. Man's
Yeah?
What have you got going on here then, lads?
Something funny, mate. You know that? Because as you can see, the legs of the crane, the engine crane, will not reach all the way in there. So we are just basically saying, please work, and we're just gonna try and drag it. Hopefully that works.
Wow.
Yeah, that's gonna tip. And it's gonna go boom. It's gonna start swinging.
He's gonna get swung.
Yeah, that engine will swing.
He's gonna swing.
Yeah, I just need it to move just a little bit. Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go.
Oh god.
Watch your leg. Oh. Stop. Alright, try to bring it down again.
Nah.
I think it needs to
bring it down.
It's leaking.
What's leaking?
Di mahigpit yung sunplug. Gun.
Impact gun, bro. Demonetized.
Is
Alright.
it? Impact.
From first glance, it seems like there is a difference between this brand new second-hand engine and the engine that just came out of the vehicle. Let's find out.
Shall we have a look, lads?
I think it's the. Is it?
Oh.
What we're doing here is fitting the flywheel from the brand new second-hand engine, just to see if it will fit or not. Well, will it?
Oh no.
No, kasi ayun kasi.
The dowel, ayun kasi. Ikot mo. Yan.
Ah, the same.
The same.
Mistake. That's good, isn't it?
So this is the automatic.
Yeah.
This one's the manual.
Yes.
That's yes. Mechanique.
Mechanique. That's correct.
Now that we know that the new engine can be mated with the manual gearbox, we can finally stage it up against the vehicle, getting it ready to meet the manual transmission. What a roller coaster ride it's been.
Right, for everyone's disclaimer, okay, look at all the parts scattered around the customer's house, and he said yes, just go, even with a little bit of mess like that one.
Well, if I land this,
If you land that,
you guys have to subscribe. Subscribe.
All that aside, here we are fitting the gearbox with the new engine. To be honest with you, this is probably the easiest part of the job. So gearbox stuff is on now. Obviously we're going to be replacing the fuel filter as well whilst we're here. The customers provided all of the filters all straight from Mercedes, and we're also going to be replacing the oil filter whilst it's out. We've also replaced this in the gearbox, and as you know, they're quite common to come loose. Customer asked us to replace that, all Mercedes. Obviously replace the oil filter, the air filter and the cabin filter. We'll put on obviously
Fuel filter.
after. Yeah, the fuel filter's there, look, you can see it's been replaced, it's new. Yeah, the old one's there, look. That's the tip. But yeah, now it's time to...
Divide.
What do you say, John?
Whatever that means.
It's time to what?
Divide.
Divide. Time to divide.
Now, the vehicle can finally meet its new engine. Whilst we're trying to push the engine and the gearbox in, since you're still watching, you might as well drop us a subscribe and a like. That will help us out a lot. At this point, all that we have to do is to reconnect the vacuum lines, wiring loom for the starter motor and alternator, fuel line, and that's pretty much it. Everything else can be installed later once the front bumper is on.
Nice.
She's in. She's in and she's
She's
nice.
in.
I'm ready to pull it.
Go on then.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah, coolant bottle.
reservoir.
Yeah. Thing, the one that's over here. What else is there? Breather pipe. This one is for the filter. Yeah, because we replaced it. It was very difficult to put this in. So now we're gonna plunk it back in place. It goes underneath right there, just like that. I don't even know why I'm telling this to people. I think I'm getting bored now. This was fun and funny. Not anymore. Please don't walk away.
We are almost at the finish line. The front bumper is back on, which means we can reconnect all the coolant hoses for the radiator, boost pipe for the intercooler, and add blue fill pipe. Whilst I'm doing that, the boys are also working underneath to reinstall the prop shaft, gearbox cross member, and other related gearbox stuff such as the gear linkage. Not forgetting the DPF too.
Cool. So front end is coming along nicely. Headlights going back in. John is just dispensing some oil provided by the customer. Everything that he's got, literally, like, he buys it in 20 liters like this. This van has got like 300k on it, and as you can imagine, if you're using genuine parts, you'd expect something like that. Even the coolant that's gonna go in it, it's all genuine. Yeah, he's been taking care of this. Unfortunately, the engine just went kaboom. That's the last thing now, front end, and then we're gonna go underneath and drain it oil. You're probably asking why we didn't drain it whilst it was out. Well, it wasn't level, it was tilted like this, which means that the oil is not going to be drained fully, if that makes sense, because the drain plug is actually on the front end and on the side, so it's best to have it like this and then drain the oil. But for now, we're going to bleed the whole cooling system, so let's do it. And look, it's the ionized water, distilled water. You see that?
Drinking.
My man knows how to drinking.
Yeah.
Drinking water, yeah. No, say that again. No. Say that again. What did you say? Drinking water. I dare you to drink that.
Right,
Bet? Yeah, go on.
not considered harmful under normal laboratory conditions.
Right, John, let's make a bet, yeah? Does this still have at least a liter of oil in it?
Nah.
Nah?
What do you think?
I think that it's got some, probably about 2. Bro, what's your bet? Does it have oil or nah?
About 200 mil.
200 mil. I'll say about none. Oh.
And there
Maybe
is
about
oil.
200 mil. Maybe that is about 200 mil. Maybe he's right. There's plenty in there still.
Half a litre.
Bro, that oil is thick. That oil is very thick. Nah,
Very thick.
Nah, about 300 maybe.
Don't you just want to eat it, bro?
I don't know about you, John, but I don't. I'm not going fishing. Don't worry about that. How are we looking with the oil, mate? Are we ready to turn it on? Good now? Happy with it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright, let's go.
Oh, this then.
Oh, there's the 10. There is the 10. God's sake.
This thing.
Man said this thing.
The moment of truth. After all that work, will this vehicle even turn on? We don't even know if the engine works or not. There's only one way to find out. Here comes nothing.
Neutral, yeah. Right. Firing up.
Woo. Even though the vehicle turned on, something just seems very off. It just doesn't feel right.
Bit shaky. Check engine light is on for whatever reason. We don't know what that is. Bit shaky, innit? Bit shaky. Oh, right. How's the coolant? Is it going down? No, it's not going down just yet. Thermostat ain't open. There you go, then blow it then. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, definitely mechanic. Right. So a very important thing after like an engine replacement or doing cam belt and water pump and stuff like that is to monitor the oil temperature, the coolant temperature, your lambdas as well. It's important to monitor them and see if they're running a-okay. A lot of people would skip that, but it's just better to give yourself a little peace of mind. As you can see, we have a check engine light there, so let's go and find out. Let's jump in to the launch Eurotab 3. Obviously we've disconnected the battery. You would expect loads of codes on that. We're gonna clear it down. What we're also gonna do is we're gonna reset the adaptations for the mass airflow sensor, the actuators, just so that we can tell the ECU that it's got a new engine. It's very important to do that, because otherwise it's just gonna run on the old configuration of the old engine, if that makes sense. So we're gonna reset that and we're gonna go through it. Now what we can do is we can go to the control unit, and then we're just gonna reset the adaptation like what I said. So here we go. As you can see there, initialization after replacement of components. Obviously we have to go through all of this, pretty much the ones that has actually been replaced, that is part of the engine, like the injector. We have to reprogram that. We have to do the throttle valve. Airflow sensor has also been replaced, and for some reason air filter as well. Right, this is probably the longest part. As you can see here, I'm just entering the, I don't know if you can see on the camera actually, but I'm just entering like the injector codes and stuff like that, because obviously the old engine's got the old injectors and then the new engine's got the new injectors, and that's what we are doing on the launch Eurotab 3 now. Slow adaptations, and it's now 5:56 p.m. It's been a long day. Let's finish this off. Okay, right after all of that, can you tell I'm tired? Right after all of that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn it on, bro. Clear. I'm gonna turn it on. Right, yeah, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into data stream and then just watch the oil temperature and also the coolant temperature. So let's go have a look. Right, let's go, let's have a look at this. Starts and clicks first time, and as you can see, there you go, 58, 34. So all of our sensors are working. Let's see. Oh, it's much smoother now after the adaptation. Huh? It's much smoother now. There's no shake. Pretty nice. And also we have to turn this on full blast, because we need to see, that needs to be on full blast because we need to see if we are getting hot air, constant hot air that is, which means that the system is fully bled. Let's drive time. So that is us done on this one. Now my brother's dipped because he needs to look after his newborn, but as you can see, that one's now running, and there's the old engine. What a trip that was, but in my opinion we've done a good job. Customer is happy. It still smokes obviously because it's got a little bit of oil in the DPF and stuff like that, and also the AdBlue leak. You probably have seen it, or I'll show it in the screen now. It's got a heavy leak, so that's got to be rectified as well, the AdBlue. But in regards to the smoke, that's going to burn off in about, God knows, 100 miles, probably less. It just needs to run into real hot temperature, and then it will do its job, it will do its thing. But anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. If you like this content, please like, share, comment and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Peace. The mechanique is back. Look at me. Mechanique. As the mechanique said. Mechanique. This is mechanique at work again. Ah, mechanique. Mechanique. That's correct. I'm just so